This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Best Western, the official hotel of Scuba Nation. Cressy dive gear since 1946. Sea Life underwater cameras. Shipyard Brewery is a proud sponsor of Scuba Nation. Born in Maine, brewed in Florida. Hey Scuba Nation, we're kicking off the 2017 season in style by heading down to the Yucatan Peninsula with Pro Dive Mexico. We're hitting up the legendary Cenotes, an encounter with the ocean's biggest fish, and a side trip to an island we call Cozumel. So it's tequila diving, maybe a little more tequila than diving, next on Scuba Nation.
Who is Scuba Nation? Billy C., Boston born and raised.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Bitch and Mitch, Southern boy. And every other diver on the planet. So join us as we travel the globe exploring Mother Ocean. Welcome to Scuba Nation. One nation underwater. Presented by Leisure Pro. Visit leisuropro.com for all your diving and snorkeling needs.
Welcome, Scuba Nation. I'm Buttercup.
I'm Guillermo.
Scuba Nation, welcome to Playa del Carmen. Billy, we have got some freaking tasty diving for these folks.
This is Tequila Diving 2016. It was one of the best weeks of diving I've ever had. We did cenotes, saw my first whale shark.
Claro.
We even did a side excursion to Cozumel. We did it all.
So get ready for tequila diving, this time on Scuba Nation. Viva Mexico!
This trip to Mexico is pretty special for us. It's our first group trip. We're taking friends, fans of the show. We're taking them down to Riviera Maya, which is one of the most diverse places to go scuba diving in all the world. So I want you to meet some of the folks that came on this trip with us.
And this is my first trip with Scuba Nation, so I was very excited.
Lindsay, you came to Mexico with us.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
It was awesome. It was my birthday.
I traveled all the way from St. Louis, Missouri to come and do this.
So what made you decide to go on the trip?
Well, there's just too much to offer. Great dives. We did reefs, we did cliffs, we did cenotes, we did Cozumel. I couldn't have asked for a better trip.
So why did you decide to go on the Scuba Nation tequila diving trip?
Because I'd heard so much about Mexico and I wanted to see for myself.
And we even got some diving in some cenotes, which was a fun experience, very new. And it's just all around great trip.
First up on the trip were the cenotes. Cenotes are cavernous dives that usually start in sinkholes, so they're going to be off the beaten path. Want to talk about seeing the Mexican backcountry early.
One of the great things about diving in Playa, you have so much right at your doorstep. It's not just the local reefs, it's not just Cozumel. You've got the cenotes. This is something so unique to our part of the world and so incredible.
A couple of pictures of the cenote entrance. You're gonna follow Andrea, is gonna show you the place.
The first time, this is this one down here.
I think I want to become a bird watcher.
This is Screaming Bitch and Mitch, folks.
It's going to be a roller coaster like flying over Mars. You're going to see stalagmites, stalactites. You can see the fossils of this reef that once was tiny little conch shells buried away for centuries, millions of years ago.
Cenotes, they are nature's cathedrals. They're not caves, but they're cavern dives. Now, the difference between a cave and a cavern dive is that on a cavern dive, you always have access to the surface of the water, and you can always see the sun. These caverns are very roomy, unlike a cave that could get kind of cramped, and the water is a constant, beautiful 72 degrees and gin clear.
These cenotes, this whole peninsula of Quintana Roo, was once a giant tropical reef. Sea levels dropped and brought this reef out of the ocean, and the jungle grew over the top. The leaves from the jungle fell into the ground, and they're slightly acidic when mixed with rainwater. Over millions of years, this rainwater gently grates away at the bedrock underneath. You think of the normal coral reef, you've got swim-throughs, you've got cracks, you've got crevices. These started becoming hollowed out by the rainwater until we have one of the most extensive river systems, underground river systems in the world. As this slightly acidic rainwater is rushing through these underground river systems, it starts moving in drops. And as these drops fall, we have stalagmites forming. Stalagmites, stalactites, huge columns. Every 100 years, they might only grow a centimeter or an inch. After these stalagmites had so many years to form, the last ice age flooded all these underground river systems and filled them up with water again for a diver's paradise. A great thing about these cenotes is there are still areas where snorkelers can come in and enjoy them too. You don't have to be a diver to check out these places. But the second line, the back cave, this is where things get really cool. Towards the end of the dive, you're going to come up in a dome. It's dark, but there are bats living there. This means the air is fresh and clean, and you can come up at the surface of the water in an underground room and check out some bats flying around. This is what people really love.
What was the surprise of the week for you? What surprised you?
Well, actually, the cenotes surprised me. I wasn't really sure what to expect. I thought we'd just be kind of underwater in a cave, but they were absolutely beautiful with the stalactites and the stalagmites. And the water was clear and not too cold. Really would do it again.
My week, the cenotes, I loved it. I was scared to death, ended up loving it because I was scared of being enclosed going through the caves. But after I got in there, there was so much to see, and there's so many different spots to look down, and it was great.
Don't touch that dial. More from Mexico coming up next.
Hello, Sunny. I feel so free in this paradise. In a better place. The ocean breeze and the crystal.
It's your chill time. Let's go.
Shipyard Export is the beer that built Shipyard Brewing Company. Thank you, Export, for bringing families and friends together for over 22 years. For all the good times, special memories, and moments still to come. We toast the beer that's always been there and always will be.
Thanks, Export!
Shipyard Export, the beer that built Shipyard Brewing Company.
At Leisure Pro, you can shop with peace of mind, with the best return policy in the industry. Did you use your product but still want to return it? No problem. You'll receive full store credit for that new equipment you have your eye on. You can return any item for a full refund within 60 days. So go ahead and shop with ease of mind. Leisure Pro and worry-free returns.
Today's Best Western has a new perspective. It's exciting, contemporary, and inviting. Both worldly and local. Stylish and smart. And more rewarding. Get a $10 Best Western gift card with every stay. Wherever life takes you, Best Western is there. Book now at bestwestern.com.
It's your chill time. Let's go.
This edition of ScubaNation is brought to you by Maris Dive Gear. Just add water. The Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. Greater Fort Lauderdale. Hello, Sunny. Welcome back, Scuba Nation. Next on our trip was a little surprise visit to Cozumel.
Cozumel is just a short little boat ride over from Riviera Maya. And Cozumel is one of the best diving destinations. It's top 5 in all the world.
ProDive Mexico was created in 2003. We're looking for building a dive center in one of the most beautiful places around the world. They chose Mexico as Mexico has a lot of things to offer you, and actually this area is considered one of the best ones around the world.
The other huge plus about a pro dive trip is that you don't need to bring any equipment. Leave the dive gear at home. They have everything you need. Did I mention they had night trucks for free?
And what was the surprise to you?
The surprise was definitely going to Cozumel because I didn't know we were going to do that.
We have Cozumel just behind me, this amazing island with one of the giant reefs in the world.
It didn't take long to realize why Cozumel is a crown jewel of scuba diving. You're met with healthy reefs, beautiful tropical fish the minute you hit the water.
Amazing vertical drop-off all the way to the 600 meters. You can stay there, you can go through, swim through mountains of reef, plenty of colors. If it is something that is making the difference between ProDive Mexico and the other dive centers, is our expectation, is our quality. We are looking for giving all the quality we can. We are looking for taking care of people with safety and with a great service. We have all kind of places to offer you to go diving, from the shallow reefs, nice and easy for these divers that are going to get certified, or the ones that they just want to relax a little bit. We have challenge dives like, for example, the 30 meters, amazing walls, amazing wrecks in the area.
The other great thing about ProDive is that they tailor the trip for you and your group. You just tell them where you want to dive, where you want to stay, where you want to go. They put the entire package together for you, worry-free.
The surprise was going to Cozumel.
Beautiful. What a beautiful place to go diving. Beautiful island. Loved it.
It absolutely exceeded all my expectations. I have been wall diving before. The wall on Cozumel was wonderful. I've done many reef dives. Just the fish life is so friendly. Just wonderful, wonderful spot.
Cozumel, I was able to go back after learning to dive there 20 years ago, and Palancar Reef is just unbelievable.
Our second dive at Cozumel took us on a drip dive at Cedarwood Pass. We found this hawksbill turtle soon after we dropped in. He was enjoying a nice sponge and seaweed salad. But then a couple French angelfish arrived to help him clean his plate. Just like those Frenchies, dude.
It didn't take long to realize why Cozumel is a crown jewel of scuba diving. You're met with healthy reefs, beautiful tropical fish the minute you hit the water. has all these crevices, it has all these canyons, and it's just filled with marine life, from schools of jacks to big black grouper. And it's easy diving, it's beautiful diving, and the water clarity is crystal clear. I give it a wicked awesome. I give it 2 wicked awesomes.
And I saw a wonderful turtle that I got to swim with, and I got really cool video up.
This was the second hawksbill turtle we came across on the dive. I mean, finding one turtle is pretty special on a dive, but finding 2 on the same dive is very rare and very memorable. We love these guys. We always break for turtles. Don't touch that burrito. More from Mexico right after this.
Sing it, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
There's a paradise created for 2 people in love, where everything's included, so you don't have to worry about a thing. No worry, no problem.
Sing it, don't worry, 'cause every little thing is gonna
Call 1-800-SANDALS and save up to 65%.
The Florida Keys are home to a protected 2,800 square mile national marine sanctuary, an abundance of wrecks, and over 6,000 different species. But whether you're a diver or a snorkeler, there's always room for one more.
Billy C, I cannot believe this Reef Safe mask pucker. I mean, my mask never pucked up once.
Mitch, Reef Safe is known for more than just sun care products, my man. Wow, that's what I'm talking about.
Reef Safe, keeping our beaches beautiful.
I thought they were mermaids.
Struck out again.
Sun responsibly. Protect your skin from the sun's burning rays and help protect our ocean and its inhabitants. Reef Safe biodegrades in oceans, rivers, and lakes, and non-toxic to sea life. Shop Leisure Pro for all your diving and snorkeling needs. We make it easy to shop for the products you want with our product categories and navigation. Shop our weekly specials on our easy-to-use product pages. Chat with our experts and read product reviews to make sure the product you want is the product you're looking for. Our outstanding customer service is only a click away. So shop LeisurePro.com with the best price match guarantee and get the products you want fast. This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Ocean Reef, underwater, naturally. Uzi Amphibious Gear, Reef Safe, scientifically proven non-toxic to corals and sea life. Welcome back, Scuba Nation. We're in Mexico and about to check out the largest fish in the ocean.
Nicole, what was your favorite moment on the trip?
The favorite moment was definitely swimming with the whale sharks.
Whale sharks, I love that. Big fish I've ever swum with.
What was your favorite moment of the vacation?
Had to be diving with the whale sharks where they were up as close as you and I are. It was just incredible.
Here in Playa, we are just a short car ride away from one of the biggest gatherings of whale sharks in the world.
Now, I was fired up for this group trip, but I was wicked jacked up because I was gonna go see a whale shark for the first time. These fish are 45 feet long. It's the biggest fish in the ocean. And it's like the size of 3.5 school buses. And every June to September, they flock to the Yucatan Peninsula to feed on fish eggs and to feed on plankton that the ocean currents upwell in that area of the world. So Headed to Mexico to see these fish for my first time, it's a spiritual experience for Billy C.
So what's exciting about this area is we have these currents meeting out off the coast of Cancun, and this brings so much nutrients and life to the waters. It's actually one of the biggest meetings of whale sharks, and we have regularly people coming back telling us they saw 50, 80 more, even 100 whale sharks all gathered in a similar area.
The fish eggs and the plankton that the whale sharks eat are all at the surface. So the whale sharks feed at the surface. So that makes unbelievable snorkeling opportunities to get next to the biggest fish in the ocean.
You're going to snorkel with them as they swim across the surface, jump back in the boat, next person gets a turn. It's not dangerous, it's completely safe, and obviously if you keep your distance, they're going to respect you and you're going to respect them. In the open ocean, it wouldn't be safe to go scuba diving with them. It's very hard to tell depth when you don't have any visual references. This is completely why we keep it snorkeling only, and that way it's fun for the whole family.
The other surprise of the trip? Whale sharks poop? Who knew?
For this trip, we held a little photo contest for the guests. The winner will take home a Sea Life Micro HD camera. Chris, Billy's brother, was a Sea Life photo winner for the trip for this amazing footage of the whale shark feeding at the surface. I guess we kind of ignored the official contest rules that employees and relatives of employees of ScubaNation are not permitted to participate in the contest.
Actually seeing the whale sharks, seeing them battling, that was really awesome.
Tell me about bottling. The folks at home, what's bottling?
That's where whale shark is vertical in the water, and it's just there sucking krill or whatever they eat.
There's nothing quite like seeing these guys with their big mouths and tiny little eyes. They're covered in beautiful white spots, almost like someone started a beautiful painting but hasn't quite finished. We don't know a huge amount about whale sharks. There's still a bit of a mystery to us in the ocean, which is incredible to bring people down here and share the message that these animals are amazing, worth protecting, and let's find out more about them.
You know, scientists know a lot about whale sharks, but there's a lot they don't know. And one of those things is, where do these sharks go after their stay in Mexico? And, you know, we're just trying to figure out that now in the science field. You know, even though whale sharks are the biggest fish in the ocean, they're gentle giants. So our experiences in the water with them was magical.
Oh my God, it was crazy. Crazy amazing. You must be talking about whale sharks.
Levy's got a big smile.
The biggest fish in the ocean, nature's cathedrals, and the crown jewel of diving with good friends. That's Mexico. That's the Pro Dive experience. That's Tequila Diving. For Billy C., I'm Mitch, One Nation Underwater. Thanks for watching.
Oh, Mitch, you're a little bit hungover. Too many tequilas. Don't worry, Buttercup. I'll get you off this big bad boat.
We just celebrated 20 years of marriage.
Yes.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you.
We see we are in Playa del Carmen. Yep.
With over 20 Shipyard and Sea Dog beers, it's easy to find the right brew for any taste. Now it's even easier to find Shipyard in the restaurants, pubs, and retailers nearest you. Just go to shipyard.com and click on the Beer Finder link. Enter your zip code and see where you can enjoy or purchase Shipyard beer. Shipyard and Sea Dog beers, born in Maine and brewed in Florida.
Dive the Atocha with Mel Fisher's expedition in Key West. Be a treasure hunter and dive the active wreck site of the richest Spanish galleon ever discovered. Mel Fisher and his crew discovered the Motherlode in 1985. Today, the search continues for the remaining hundreds of millions of dollars in cargo. The Fisher family now invites you to learn proper salvage techniques from the world's greatest treasure hunters. Join us for the adventure of a lifetime. Today's the day.
At Sea Life, we know why you dive. You can capture your experience with ease. Sea Life's Micro 2.0 is easy to use, the sealed camera is flood-proof, and the results are amazing. Make your encounter with Sea Life.